If penis size was as obvious as breast size, the world would be a very different place.
Isn't this what it would be like if we wore cycling shorts all the time? I've always found it funny how if you're trying to imply you have a large penis, no matter what you say, it sounds like you're lying. Edit. My top comment is now about dicks. Thanks Reddit. Women have padded bras. Men would have padded bros. Growers would be a discriminated class. If breasts swelled like penises when women were horny, the world would be a very different place.
Girls are so used to compliments that insults stick out to them. Guys are so used to insults that compliments stick out to him.
That's why I stick to a non-opinionated, gender-neutral statement of fact such as "that is a shirt." And then I save up all the good insults to use on myself, where they can do some real damage. Guys are so used to insults that compliments are viewed as just another insult. I DK about other girls, but this girl grew up ugly, so compliments feel fake now and insults are the ones that stick out because they're genuine. So if I want a girl's attention, I should call her a hideous bastard. Got it. You girls are getting compliments.
A goldfish's job is to introduce kids to dying.
They aren't supposed to die so quickly. Fish bowls just lack filtration and are basically the equivalent of raising a kid in a small cage. You don't clean and just dump food into. Oops, it's dead now. Person shrugging, light skin tone, male sign. Try go to aquariums and say that. I dare you. Edit. Gold for this. Wah, cool, first of kind too. Now what do I do with it? Or in my case you get 3. One of them eats the other 2 and lives for 7 years after that. Goldfish superpowers. The fish died like 3 times and came back to life, I swear. If you look after a goldfish properly, it will live a very long life. Better off getting a hamster or something similar if you want it to die in a couple of years. My first real introduction to death was a classmate that died on a field trip in like 4th or 5th grade. All the fish that came beforehand couldn't have prepared me.
If I see Google in a show movie, I think nothing of it. But if I see Bing, I know it's product placement.
New Hawaii 50 has a scene with this. Someone tells someone else to Bing it instead if Google it. Yeah, immersion breaker. Felt awkward watching it. I was watching a movie last night where they said the word Google, but when it came to actually using a search engine, it was generic. It was odd and made me lose focus. I use Alta Vista. This was me during Get Out. It actually breaks immersion. Does DuckDuckGo ever get product placement?
A child eating a cake in the middle of the night is having a great time. An adult eating a cake in the middle of the night is having a terrible time.
Speak for yourself. No judgment on massive cake slices if everyone is sleeping. Shut the frick up, I'm having a good time. I dunno, is there really a bad time for cake though? Speak for yourself. I'm 27 and still have a grand old time eating cake in the middle of the night. Fuck you, I worked for that fricking cake. I'm going to enjoy it how I want.
If we do colonize Mars, the reduced gravity will cause humans to be physically weaker. So we will probably use Martian as an insult synonymous with weakling.
Train on Earth, compete on Mars. Then after like 200 years, Earthlings will go to Mars and kick some Martian ass just because they can. Wouldn't we also grow significantly taller, meaning it could also be used to complement your height? What a fricking Martian. I bet you couldn't even lift a moon rock. Fuck off, Steve. You only wish you could afford to live on Mars. Talk more shit and I'll buy your mom and take her with me to help populate the colony. Or simply call them dusters. Edit. This Belto went out looking to mine karma and ending up finding gold that someone left. Legitimate salvage. Tacky.
You have the same amount of gold medals as almost everyone who's been in the Olympics.
That's what gets me up in the morning. My new go-to fun fact. I have the same number of Olympic gold medals as several prominent Olympic athletes. And the same number of silvers as Usain Bolt. Edit. Well, the rest of you do now, I guess. Michael Phelps probably downvoted this. I have just as many Tour de France titles as Lance Armstrong, and twice as many testicles.
8 hours of drinking is binge drinking. 8 hours of TV is binge watching. 8 hours of sleep is barely enough.
The trick is to binge drink while binge watching, so that lets you 16 hours of sleep left. 8 hours of an erection is 2 medical emergencies. I can binge drink in 30 minutes if I try. 8 hours of Reddit isn't even skimming the surface. If you're drinking for 8 hours of sleep is a good idea.
If Apple manufactured clothing, they'd probably have all the belt loops on their jeans a different size than normal, so you'd also have to buy an Apple belt.
The loops would be on the inside. For a cleaner look, the only people who'd be allowed to remove or install the belt would be certified Apple Care techs, and would be incompatible with normal underwear. Each different model has only one hole, so you have to upgrade if you gain weight. Oh, and they become obsolete each year, so you can't just buy a variety of sizes all at once. It would only be compatible with Apple bottom jeans. Belts by Dr. Dre.
If we colonize Mars and bring chicken with us, then they would have the ability to actually fly, since Mars gravity is about 38% Earth's gravity.
But more importantly, on Mars, the chicken will have come before the egg. My chickens can fly. They can't do it well, but they'll get up to about 68 feet, just above my head, and go for a few yards. And #X200B. Sign the person who has a garden on the other side of a 5-foot fence that's supposed to be off limits to 3 lovely backyard chickens. And #X200B. We've bred them into this existence. Good breeding could get them out. In my flock alone, the Wyandotte is a lead brick, but my Americana will regularly buzz me for the fun of it. My friend's bantams are as good as any regular bird. They can. Chicken are not flightless birds. You need to trim their wings or get them so fat they can't fly anymore. A healthy chicken can fly. There are not long-distance flyers. They evolved in China in bamboo forests, but they can fly to get away from things that hunt them. Damn city folks think chickens can't fly. Also, cows can jump. Looks silly, but they can. They already can. I'm from a rural area and I've seen chicken fly up to 10 feet. Damn, you have some intense showers.
If reincarnation is real, then maybe flies and other bugs are purposely annoying because they want to get killed and get reincarnated as something better.
Maybe flies and mosquitoes are just annoying assholes who got reincarnated in annoying assholes. If I came back as a mosquito, I'd fly straight for the first bug zapper I saw. Imagine being reincarnated as a tree and having to sit there for hundreds of years. Yeah, but flies can still get drunk on alcohol. And they screw while flying. How is that a disappointing life? Well, if they want to die, I suggest they stand the frick still. Edit. This is ridiculous. My top comment is about killing flies. There's Reddit for ya. Edit 2. Holy shit. Thank you, kind strangers.
The job of future historians will be the exact opposite of what it is now. From too little information to too much information. Filtering out what was real and what fake.
This is already what historians do. There's almost an endless supply of sources from the 20th century onwards. It's why so much can be written on World War II, for example. NSA metadata research interns will soon be positions in the history department. I wonder if somebody will make a meme museum. People didn't start lying in the 21st century. When our civilization ends, I'm not sure how much computer data will survive.
Eating lunch alone as a kid is like torture. Getting to eat lunch alone as an adult is a nice treat.
I have to keep working out new and imaginative excuses for not eating lunch with colleagues. I'd rather eat outside than in the cafeteria listening to them talk about work. Our lunch company has a cafeteria. I used to eat with my coworkers, but I got a promotion and now I just eat alone. It is very nice. Edit. Yes. Yes, I am obsessed with eating. How can you tell? Eating alone as an elder may also be somewhat depressing. Edit. At least I get depressed when I see an old person eating alone. Unless you also live alone. Then it's back to torture. Eating children in a group setting is my favorite.